I was totally prejudiced against yoga. One day, a friend of mine had insisted to me to join a yoga class to just break my negative thought to it. At the time, my life was really awful. My girlfriend had dumped me, and I had quit my job. Drinking was a regular part of my day. Also, I wasn't able to concentrate on anything to get out of this agony and anger loop. Considering all of these, yoga was obviously a bad joke for me.
Here again with an odd topic. The education system that taught us what not to believe other than the five senses can perceive, had brought the idea that humans are the owner of the universe. This way of thinking arrogant had made us to build sky-high buildings to prove ourselves to the universe. Funny, right? On the other hand, there are people who are aware that there is an ongoing problem and they don't accept the commercial life which imposed. These people are calm, self-respectful, and give attention to listening and understanding. They can simply be called happy people. What is the idea behind their happiness? Even they don't drink Coke. As you may not get surprised, science does not consider chakras as a concept. The term energy is often defined as the ability to do work in a system. Energy can't vanish. It can only be converted from one form to another. There are different forms of energy: heat, light, motion, electrical, chemical, and gravitational. As mentioned before, energy can only be converted to one another. The food a person eats contains chemical energy, and a person's body stores this energy until he or she uses it as kinetic energy during work or play. Apparently, this is an observable state. In this case, unobservable energy points named chakras become a scam.
After long hours of persuasive speech, I just gave up and agreed to join the yoga class. In the first 15 minutes of the class, I was dreaming about the moment it ended. But a couple of minutes later, something happened that I'm not certainly sure about. But it tingled a feeling in me.
According to occultist definitions, chakras are the energy centers that are connected to the organs inside the human body. They are connected to each other through conduits. Every chakra has its own secretory gland and nerve system that enables both physical and psychic effects. Chakras are like an abstract skeleton system constructed over the human body. It is claimed that it can only be sensed by talented people like psychic mediums. The word chakra comes from Sanskrit, meaning to turn. Another important term that is related to chakra is the energy of Kundalini. Kundalini is described as the form of life energy, foundationally located in the bottom of the spine, and follows up the energy points through a spiral path to reach out to the highest level of consciousness. This narrative resembles the scientific energy theory, in which the energy moves from one form to another. Another approach is a chakra holds a flower pot connected to the astral body and a flower stem that is connected to the physical body. There are 7 main chakras. Muladhara, the energy of Kundalini is active here. This is the root chakra, and when it is directed to higher chakras, some psychic talents can be obtained. It's located at the bottom of the spine. Svedisana, this chakra is related to love, ambition and sexuality. It's located at the genital area. Manipura, it is a place where higher frequencies are obtained. It's claimed that shaman gets the universal and magical power with the help of this chakra. It's located under the chest area. Anahata, this chakra is connected to universal reality. It stands a bit above the chest and the life energy is transferred through this chakra. Visuda, it is the place of higher frequencies obtained as voices. This chakra works in combination with 2 other chakras. It is related to the thyroid gland. Aina, it is the place that holds the power of sight. This chakra is the place of clairvoyance where particularly the images of the future and the past are sensed. Sahasrara, it is the highest chakra in the body. It's located on top of the head area. In order to enable this chakra, all other chakras have to work in harmony. This phase is depicted as the level of purity. In some old paintings, you have seen people with a little white circle on top of their heads. This is the cue of active Sahasrara chakra. Hence Kundalini energy, which is depicted as a snake that follows up the spine, can be enabled with various methods to reach out for universal realities.
By the end of my first yoga class, I couldn't understand anything, but it felt just fine. I was relaxed. So I decided to give it another try for some more classes. Now I've been doing yoga for 2 years. It helped me to accept myself. Now I'm moving along. Please feel free to comment down below, and thank you for sharing.